Hi, this is Andrew Klein, Pediatric Occupational Therapist and DIR Floortime Expert Training Leader, joining you once again from the tropical paradise of Durham, North Carolina. We're here today to continue my Functional Emotional Developmental Capacity series, the FEDCs of Floortime. And we're here today to talk about Capacity 2, Engaging and Relating. Capacity 2 is the best capacity. Sorry, I know that sounds subjective, but it's not. It's the best. Let me tell you why. Typically in development, the first few months of life are spent working on Capacity 1, which is that is our regulation and our ability to just kind of feel present in the world. And if you want to learn more about Capacity 1, you can go back to my first video on the FEDCs. And the parents are pouring in all their love and affection, and you're not getting much back from that child at that point. They're not ready to engage. And then a few months in, you start to get those glimmers of Capacity 2 and those reciprocal smiles. And suddenly there's a reciprocity, there's a relationship. Capacity 2 is commonly referred to as the gleam in the eye, and it really is where the magic happens. Suddenly you have a child that is warm and affective and feeling connected and related to another person. It's truly a wonderful thing. So how do you know when it's time to work on capacity number 2? Well, first of all, you're looking for those signs that the child is regulated. And you are going to start to see those emerging signs of reciprocity. They may not yet be ready to climb up to the higher level developmental capacities, where they're really kind of building back and forth communication and working on problem solving. Or they may need a moment where they need to step back from those capacities. Remember, this is not a ladder that we climb from one stage to the next and have graduated. All of us move up and down our developmental capacities throughout the day at different times, depending on what's happening and what challenges we're facing. So what can we do to work on Capacity 2? Well, first of all, and this one sounds obvious, but sometimes it's not, we have to be genuinely affective. This comes from the heart. This is real warmth in our relationship. We have to be present. We have to be ready to engage. We're going to show those real smiles, those throw through in the eyes. It's a wonderful thing. Even for kids that have seen us wearing masks, my youngest daughter was born during this pandemic, and she learned to see smiles through the eyes because that's where the warmth really comes from. It's pretty amazing. And then the other big piece of Capacity 2 is anticipation. Anticipation is a huge part of building on Capacity 2. Think of a classic game of PeekABoo, right? This is Capacity 2 work. So we have a child that's really kind of into something. PeekABoo. The magic moment isn't the PeekABoo itself. It's kind of that time building up to the PeekABoo. So this is when the child is watching and waiting and wondering, and they're really just taking joy in being there with you. So knowing just how to build a little added anticipation into what we're playing really can help build in that Capacity 2 and make the child want to stay with you longer. Now, as I always say with our Developmental Capacity series, if you really want to build your floor time skills, the way to do it is through reflective supervision and coaching. You can do that in 2 ways. One is formal training. You can get DIR floor time certification through ICDL. And you can also work on coaching with a therapist that is trained in the DIR floor time approach. So that's all for Capacity 2. Thank you for joining me, and wishing you all well. Have a great day.